Lean Thinking: Banish Waste and Create Wealth in Your Corporation, by James P. Womack and Daniel T. Jones. This is a book summary. Imagine a business that never runs out of stock, never wastes time, and always delivers exactly what the customer wants right on time. Sounds like a dream, right? But what if I told you this isn't just possible? It's been mastered. There's a reason companies like Toyota, Amazon, and even Apple dominate their industries. They don't just build products, they engineer efficiency. Every step, every action, every second counts. Today we're diving into a game-changing book by James Womack and Daniel Jones, the book that decodes the exact method Toyota used to rise from near bankruptcy to becoming the most dominant car company in the world. And guess what? These principles aren't just for car companies, they work for any business, in any industry, whether you run a bakery, an e-commerce store, a hospital, or a global tech company. So buckle up, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to cut waste without cutting corners, maximize efficiency without burning out your team. Chapter 1: The root of all business problems. Think of the most frustrating experience you've had as a customer. Maybe it was waiting hours on hold just to speak to someone at customer service. Maybe it was standing in a long line at the airport, watching employees move at a snail's pace. Or maybe it was ordering a product online, only to realize it was out of stock after you paid for it. Frustrating, right? That's because all of these scenarios have something in common. They're full of waste, and in Japan, they have a word for it: muda. James Womack and Daniel Jones argue that the secret to business success isn't just working harder, it's working smarter by eliminating waste. And here's the kicker: muda is everywhere. It's in factories, offices, hospitals, coffee shops, even your daily routine. Let's break it down. Ever had a flight delayed because of a technical issue? Muda. You're wasting time, the airline is wasting money, and no one is happy. Ever waited on hold for customer service, bouncing from one agent to another? Muda. Because the company didn't streamline the process, and now you're stuck in a frustrating loop. Ever received a product that wasn't what you expected? Big, fat, muda. Because somewhere along the value stream, a mistake happened, and now you are paying for it in time and frustration. Now, here's the eye-opening part. Most businesses don't even realize how much waste they have. They're so focused on hiring more people, buying more equipment, or launching more products that they never stop to ask, are we actually creating value? That's the first principle of lean thinking: identify what the customer sees as value and remove everything else. Womack and Jones tell the story of Doyle Wilson, a Texas home builder who had an aha moment when he realized customers weren't just buying houses, they were buying a hassle-free experience. His solution? Instead of making customers go through endless choices and delays, he re-engineered the entire home building process to be as easy as buying a used home with faster turnaround times and zero rework. The result? Higher sales, more satisfied customers, lower costs. That is lean thinking in action. And this is just the beginning. Because up next, we're diving into the 5 principles of lean thinking. The exact formula that companies like Toyota, Amazon, and even Starbucks use to eliminate waste and dominate their industries. Chapter 2: The 5 pillars of lean thinking. If you're tired of delays, excess costs, and inefficiencies in business, then pay close attention. Because right now I'm about to show you 5 simple principles that can completely transform the way you work. These aren't just ideas, they are proven strategies used by companies like Toyota, Amazon, and even Tesla to run incredibly efficient, high-performing businesses. And here's the best part: anyone can use them. Whether you run a restaurant, a factory, an online store, or even a hospital, these lean thinking principles will eliminate waste and maximize value. Now let's break it down step by step. Step 1: Define value through the customer's eyes. Here's the biggest mistake most businesses make. They focus on what they want to sell instead of what the customer actually wants to buy. You walk into a coffee shop, craving a simple hot black coffee, but instead the barista bombards you with 20 different latte flavors, fancy toppings, and complicated options you don't need. This is not value. This is clutter. A lean business asks the customer first. It finds out exactly what people want and delivers that efficiently. In lean thinking, Womack and Jones tell the story of wire mold, a small company that made electrical wiring solutions. They assumed customers only cared about price and durability. But when they actually asked customers, they discovered something shocking. Customers cared more about how fast the wiring could be installed. A small design change cut installation time in half, and suddenly, wire molds products became the top choice in the industry. Moral of the story: don't just guess what customers want. Ask them. Step 2. Map the value stream track. Every step. Think about the journey of a simple t-shirt. It starts as cotton on a farm. Then it moves to a factory, where it's spun into fabric. Then it's shipped across the world for cutting and sewing. Then stored in massive warehouses. And finally, sold in a store or online. Sounds simple, right? And here's where the real problem starts. Are there unnecessary delays between steps? Are you paying for storage you don't need? Are products sitting in warehouses for months losing value? Womack and Jones explain how a company like Toyota maps every step of their process. They analyze which steps create value and which steps create waste. Anything unnecessary, they eliminate it. Lesson: track your process like a detective. Find waste. Get rid of it. Step 3. Create flow. The secret to speed. Imagine you order a pizza. Would you rather A. Get your pizza freshly made in 10 minutes, B. Have your pizza sit in a freezer for 3 months before being delivered? Of course, you want it fresh. But guess what? Most businesses still operate like option B. They make products in big batches, store them for weeks or months, and then slowly distribute them. Toyota changed this forever. Instead of producing huge batches of cars that might not sell, they created a system where cars are built to order just in time. This meant zero wasted inventory and faster delivery to customers. Lesson: make your process flow smoothly like a river. Stop making products in giant batches. Stop making customers wait. Make everything move efficiently. Step 4. Establish pull, only produce when there's demand. Do you remember Blockbuster Video? They had millions of DVDs sitting on shelves waiting for customers to rent them. But what happened? Netflix came along. Instead of keeping huge stocks of movies, they created on-demand streaming so users could pull what they wanted instantly. Womack and Jones explained that Toyota follows the same strategy. Instead of flooding the market with thousands of unsold cars, they only build when there's demand. The result? No wasted stock, no guessing games, just pure efficiency. Your business should do the same. Step 5. Seek perfection, the never-ending improvement. Now here's the biggest mindset shift. Lean businesses never settle. The best companies don't just improve once. They keep eliminating waste and perfecting their process every day. Toyota didn't stop after becoming number 1. They kept refining. They kept testing. They kept getting faster, better, and more efficient. This is called the Japanese philosophy of continuous improvement. Think about it this way. Amazon started as an online bookstore, but they didn't stop there. They kept improving their logistics. Now, they can ship anything to your doorstep in 24 hours. If your business is running okay, that's not good enough. Push for perfection. Keep optimizing. Because the moment you stop improving, someone else will take your place. Chapter 3. Lean Thinking in Action. The Toyota Story. Now, let's talk about the greatest lean company in history. In the 1950s, Toyota was struggling. They couldn't afford huge factories like Ford. They had limited resources. So they did something radical. They completely eliminated waste. No extra inventory. No unnecessary steps. And the result? They built better cars, faster, and at a lower cost. By the 1980s, Toyota crushed American automakers and became the most efficient car company in the world. Chapter 4. How you can apply lean thinking. Here's the best part. You don't need to own a car company to use lean thinking. Whether you run a bakery, an online store, a manufacturing plant, or a tech startup, these 5 principles work for everyone. James Womack and Daniel Jones saw it firsthand. After studying more than 50 companies across industries, from car factories to hospitals, they found that lean thinking isn't just a Toyota thing. It's a universal formula for success. Here's your lean thinking action plan. 1. Look at your business from the customer's perspective. Most businesses focus on what they want to sell. Lean businesses, they focus on what the customer actually values. 2. Map out every step in your process and remove the waste. Most businesses don't realize how much waste is hiding in plain sight. Are your customers waiting too long? Are there unnecessary steps in your workflow? Map out your entire process and cut out the waste. 3. Stop doing things in batches. Make workflows smoothly. This is one of the biggest mistakes businesses make. Let's say you run a bakery. Would you rather bake 500 loaves at once and let them sit for hours before selling them, or bake smaller batches continuously so customers always get fresh bread, just in time? Stop working in massive batches. Keep things moving. 4. Only produce when there's demand. Let the customer pull. Lean thinking introduces the concept of pull, where businesses only produce what's needed when it's needed. This is why Toyota doesn't have massive stockpiles of cars. It's why Amazon restocks warehouses dynamically instead of overloading with extra inventory. It's why Netflix crushed Blockbuster, because people can pull what they want instantly. Instead of browsing shelves of outdated DVDs, let customers dictate what they need, then provide it just in time. 5. Always improve. Perfection is a journey, not a destination. The best companies don't just improve once. They improve every single day. Even Google applies this by tweaking its search algorithms daily. No matter how good your business is today, there's always room to get leaner, faster, and better. James Womack and Daniel Jones have shown us that anyone can apply these principles. And now, it's your turn. What's one thing you can improve in your business using lean thinking? Let's build the future one lean business at a time.